episode 2. What is it? Episode 2?
19.
Episode 2. Why you say it like that? 19, like you on Family Feud. Episode 2. I mean, season 2, episode 19.
We're gonna have a real show tonight. Get a little different from the way most of the shows been going down. Do everything with our heart and do it good. We'll be recorded live tonight.
It's the moment that all of you've been waiting for. It's the moment that all of you've been waiting for.
Yo, Al, what's that?
Al Milandi has got to be more careful. 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 Al Milandi has got to be more careful.
Thank you, and thank you very kindly.
Well, hello.
Hello.
We are
Back.
And who are we?
Al and Elandis.
Got to be more careful.
You know what? Give yourself a round of applause for that new introduction. Come on now. I said save it for season 3, but you wanted to bust it out already, so.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job,
I
Good
just
job.
made a mistake on the board here, but it is what it is. Nothing ever goes right.
Good job. Good job.
Nothing ever goes right. Did I get the...
It's Al and Elandi. It's got to be more careful.
I got that in there.
Yes, you did.
That's still there. That's still intact. New intro. We probably won't ever let it play that long again, but it is what it is. So we used to do something a while back, but now that we're growing and we're getting better, we've learned to talk about things that, may have gave us a little caution during the week. I'm going to start it off by saying, so we were in the garage doing grown folks things, and I sneezed or coughed really hard, and I heard my rib area pop. That is the most painful thing that I've had to deal with in a long time.
Did you cough really hard or were you overacting?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because you was like, you good? And I was trying to, act stupid. And then when I coughed, it was pop.
Right.
You can't do anything.
I
don't even know what they call it, but...
I don't know. Was it floating rib syndrome or something like that?
That thing hurt.
It does because that's your core.
And
so,
it just cleared up. What?
Right. About 3-4 days ago?
Yeah, and it's been a few weeks, right? 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks.
Oh my God!
Slowed
give me
us
a round
down
of
from
applause.
walking. Yeah, give yourself a round of applause.
What about you?
What about me?
Everything good?
Yeah, normal aches and pains and America.
Yeah.
Listen, America.
Okay.
I had to go get a
America.
colonoscopy
Yesterday.
The colonoscopy itself wasn't bad because I was asleep, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
The bad part about it was the prep for the colonoscopy.
Drinking and stuff. What's it called?
Oh, no.
Because my appointment is on December 15th. How you say that word?
Colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy? I guess we at this age where we got to get it done.
Yeah.
I've been fighting it.
We both have.
But
because they say you should start at 50.
Okay, well, let me tell America, since you addressed America.
Yeah, tell America.
Somebody was hungry.
Oh, yes.
Somebody was ready to eat.
I was ready to eat. I was starving.
You was almost on grumpy time.
I was hangry.
He was going to sleep all crazy. But
I was hangry.
But you went and did what you had to do.
Oh,
yesterday.
yes, and everything's good.
So December 15th, I'm sort of reserved about going there because men, we don't like going to no doctor and they're inserting something
in your behind,
in your, is it anus or rectum?
rectum.
In your rectum.
Mm-hmm.
Not too good with that. And they said, you can't do a regular appointment like your wife did.
Because
You got to go to the hospital because you have severe
sleep apnea. Mm-hmm.
I almost banged it on her right there.
I know you did.
I almost said, oh, you heard that? Clack, clack.
It's okay, babe. Go on and do
Oh,
it. You
man.
got this.
All right. So colonoscopy, you had that yesterday. I'm over the rib cracks.
I mean, you know, we got to take care of ourselves.
We still here. We doing it.
That's right.
We
That's
still
right.
here.
Okay, and I'm going to try to speak correctly. I already messed it up.
Okay.
I'm just going to, yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
So as of lately, well, what's the title?
It's okay to get tired.
It's okay to get tired.
Yeah.
The reason I wanted to bring back that thing about, speaking about how's your everyday going, how's life been going, is because along with those troubles or ups and downs or stuff like that, you get tired.
Right. Can I read the definition of tired?
Sure.
Merriam-Webster
Okay.
says
Okay.
that tired is drained of strength and energy, fatigued often to the point of exhaustion, obviously worn by hard use, run down.
That's it.
That's tired.
Where you read that definition from? What you reading that on over there?
From this nice little iPad that you got set up, in my area right here. Come on for the iPad
8121 Media
group.
is looking up.
Yes, we getting it together.
We're getting it together.
Soon to be an LLC.
Soon to be an LLC.
That's right.
But so tired. But when a person listens to that definition by Merriam-Webster, or most people use the word tired, they tend to think physically, like just that.
Right.
But we're discussing not just the physical, but also
Mental.
And the mental fatigue can make you physically tired.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. The mind is a powerful thing.
So I've been there. If I may start with myself.
Go ahead.
The frequency of our podcast, it's been slowed down
Yeah.
because I'm ghetto boys in this piece. My mind playing tricks on me. Like it's a mental fatigue.
Yes.
Like, there's expectation, and there is learning, and there is, I don't want to say expectation again, but there are assumptions. Like when we make stuff or we do stuff, I assume I have a core listening audience. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but that assumption, the expectations, and learning or growing as you go
Right.
can be very tiring.
Right.
It makes you question yourself.
Okay. So tired. Is that what that means
Oh, yeah.
to you?
Yeah.
Tired?
Yeah, that's what it means to me.
It makes you question yourself?
Yeah, but the constant questioning,
Makes you even more
it
tired.
creates fatigue,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I'm trying to use those two words separately, tired and fatigued.
Okay.
But I get fatigued. Like,
Okay. And so what do you do?
ooh, that's a tough one. It depends
Mm-hmm.
what I need to not come out of it. Sometimes it's just pushing through it.
Pushing through it.
Sometimes it's just pushing through it. Sometimes inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I look around at different things that inspire me.
Mm-hmm.
And I might find something on YouTube and some guy might be like, man, I had those days where it was really dark
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't see,
Right.
but it lifted. Did I just sound like a scripture or something? Did I
You sounded inspirational.
give myself some applause for that?
So it's okay to take a break when you're tired.
I think so. You tell me,
You have to.
okay.
You have to take a break. Because if you said sometimes you push through, and that's okay because sometimes you do have to push through. But sometimes if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, then you go past tired and go to burnout.
It's harder to come back from burnout.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to take a break. But being tired is okay. It's okay to be tired. Everybody gets tired, right?
Right.
Even machines get tired.
Right.
You have to turn them off and rest them and then go back and turn them back on and what have you.
A reset. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, that's a good word, reset.
Yeah,
Everybody needs a reset.
Yeah, you
But
have to
the
reset.
thing is, reset, that means you reset something, you stop it, you rest it, and it starts back up. So when you get tired, you take your break, then you have to get back to doing what you were doing. You
Right.
don't quit, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, quitting is not an option.
It's not.
But the main thing that I want to put out there for anybody that's listening is everybody gets tired.
Everybody gets tired.
I think the difference is it's like I used to say, it's not the mistake you made, it's what you do after. Not saying that getting tired is a mistake.
Right,
What I'm
right.
saying, it's not the fact that you got tired,
Mm-hmm.
it's how you respond to it.
Right.
Break
Yes.
or keep pushing, it depends where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
But one of those have to happen. If one of those don't happen, quit.
Right.
Then you start hearing those excuses, which we're going to talk about on another podcast.
But you have to you have to take a break, because when I think about being mentally tired with
Right.
you is because you're creative. So if you're mentally tired, then that means your creativity is not flowing the way that you want it to.
Right.
You know.
Because, so you have these ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because you're tired, you're unable to complete them mentally. Because I have
Right.
to see it mentally
Right.
first. You're unable to. And then they all start to mesh together.
Right. You can't envision it.
Right. But that's my
Mm-hmm.
tiredness.
Right.
It might be different for you.
I would like to think of myself as a creative.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because the things that I create, I don't know. I mean, I like to make my jewelry and stuff like that. And there's things that I want to do, because I do have, that word that starts with an I and ends with an S. I do have those also. But I don't know. I haven't started on any of those things yet.
For
Because-
clarification, the word that starts with an I ends with an S, you're talking about ideas.
Yes.
You don't want to say that word.
Because I can't never say it right. So
Just
I'm not going to let
Give
you.
it a try
ideals.
for America.
Ideals?
Why are you adding an L in there? All right, go ahead.
Ideas.
I'll say it for you. Just point across the table.
Okay. So I have,
Ideas.
there you go. But I haven't started them yet.
Okay.
But oh my goodness. You know how you say that everything kind of just gets in your head and
Yeah.
it's just all jumbled up
Yeah.
together? I have so many things I want to do, but it's all jumbled up together, because one of the things that we said with 8121 Media Group, right? We wanted to do our podcast, we want to do our vlog, and then we want to start selling merchandise. So I have all of these. You're not paying attention, I pointed.
Ideas.
Yes, about different types of merchandise, but I don't even know where to start to get it going, and that makes me tired.
Okay.
Mentally tired.
So here's where it gets tricky at. I'm not saying you,
Mm-hmm.
but in some cases, fatigue, being tired,
Mm-hmm.
can lead to procrastination.
Oh, that's me right there.
Procrastination. So you have to be careful.
So, did you just give me an excuse for my procrastination?
No, it wasn't an excuse, because what I was getting ready to say is sometimes people lean on being tired too long.
Yeah.
And after you lean on it for too long, it's definitely taking on a new meaning, a
Right.
new name, procrastination.
Yeah, I think I might be guilty of that.
Sometimes you got to fight.
Yeah, I
gotta
try.
fight through it.
I try.
Yeah.
I do. I try. But then I think I make excuses for myself.
We are our own worst critic
Mm-hmm.
and our biggest supporter.
Mm-hmm.
See, people always say we're our own worst critic, but we're also our biggest supporter. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you'll tell yourself some bullish
Mm-hmm.
to justify what you're doing.
You will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You will.
I
But
do
you
it
have
all the
to.
time.
But you have to. You have to self-affirm.
Well, wait a minute. You understand what I just said, right?
Yeah.
For instance, I'm supposed to record and edit this podcast
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like doing it. So I tell myself, man, my side was hurting. And I start making these things the reason why I didn't do it. You follow me?
Right, like
And then I'll
I'm doing.
justify them in my head.
Like I say, oh, I got school, I got work.
Right.
I don't have time for that. I gotta have time for I was gonna call you the Boosie, but I'm the Boosie. I gotta have time for Key over here.
Don't you ever call me Boosie.
So, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's okay to get tired. You just can't stay, like you said. You can't let the tired go into procrastination.
Because if it goes for too long, it's procrastination. And that length of being tired, no one can actually tell you how long it should be. Mm-hmm. It's you. Mm-hmm. You know when enough's enough.
You know. So that's where you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I'm no expert, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's like, okay, we did our last podcast 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Usually between podcasts, I'm going over ideas in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I did not do that this time.
Mm-hmm.
Before we came down here, I asked you
What was the
ago,
podcast about?
because I totally forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are other things that I see that need to be done around me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like we're not taking advantage of video stuff
Right.
as much as we could, which
Right.
we're doing a vlog after this a
Mm-hmm.
little later on today.
Mm-hmm.
But creatively, storytelling, let's just say it like that.
Storytelling.
I would love to get into that, but for some reason, my hesitation and then is leading to procrastination
Mm-hmm.
and the clock is ticking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we 54.
We are.
We ain't got all day.
Not all day, half day.
Because there was once a time when...
That wasn't funny?
No, that's not funny.
Oh, okay.
There was once upon a time
Mhm.
when I believed that I had forever,
Forever.
right? I don't quite think that way now.
Right.
Because let me say this, as far as like trying to be a creative, I don't consider myself a creative. I'm trying to be one. So with that being said, whatever is created, I needed to live forever
Mm-hmm.
in the mind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about money.
Right.
It's about creating something. Like what we're saying right now, I would hope someone could listen to it and go, man, I get tired.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they do too.
Mhm.
It happens.
It happens.
It's a chamber of life,
right.
right? Maybe we can clear something up.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was younger, I thought I had forever.
Like the younger us in that throwback picture that I posted today on our Instagram page.
Yeah, go check that out. 8121
Talk.
Talk on Instagram
Mhm.
or Elandia Southall on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'll put mine up today.
I tell you.
I was going to use it for this podcast cover, but
I mean, you still can. We were what? How old we said we were? 15?
15.
15.
Let me hear that again.
15.
Not fifth, but fit. Say it again.
15.
All right. I'm with it.
We thought, like you said, we thought we had all the time in the world back then.
Yeah. But see, we talk about that often because back then, most of the stuff, minus the technology,
Mm-hmm.
was already on my mind.
Mm.
Attitude, and I'm going to say sometimes arrogance,
Mm-hmm.
would not let me even begin to start working
Right.
on it. Procrastination.
Right.
And then I would get so tired. You want to know how I got tired?
How?
Thinking about it too much.
Thinking of
Oh,
that can get you tired too.
fatigue.
Being in your head
All the time.
all the time tires you out.
So sometimes we get tired.
Just be talking to yourself in your head.
I've been getting tired since that picture. 15 years old.
Well, you know, you said that most of the things that you're doing now, you were thinking about it then.
Mm-hmm.
I was not. This right here, what we doing, was never, ever a thought in my head. Never.
Mm.
But, you know,
We were
that's
watching.
what life is about.
Can I address that real quick?
Mhm.
Because, we be all over the place, but we're still on the same subject.
Okay.
So we were watching Queen Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And Queen Sugar said there's all types of haters out here.
Yes.
And that one type of hater, she said, was the ones that hate you because you're free.
Right. Queen Sugar didn't say that. But we got that. It was on the show Queen Sugar.
Well,
But
no,
Charlie said
Charlie
it.
is Queen Sugar.
Mm.
Okay, so I'll say Charlie, but Charlie is Queen Sugar.
Oh, I
Remember
thought.
when she took over the factory and they called her Queen Sugar?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you tried to play me? and
I was thinking
fired back.
Vi was Queen Sugar, but go ahead.
Vi?
Yeah.
No. But anyway, we get sidetracked. What she said was dope.
Yeah.
But if you remember what I told you, I said there's another chamber to it because sometimes people hate on you but trying to be free.
They do. Because, well, I can't speak for why they're hating, but in my mind, I say that they're hating on you because you're trying to be free is because they don't have the courage to attempt to be free themselves.
All the above.
You know? So.
Right. So I say that to say my attitude was based on what I thought was hate.
Right.
My arrogance was based on what I thought was hate.
Mm-hmm.
And that thought process that I was putting into it led to being tired and fatigued
Okay.
and procrastination.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all. That's all.
That's all I'm saying.
So, you know.
What do you do when you're tired? You never
Ooh.
answered that.
What do I do?
Yeah.
I didn't answer it, did I? I went
No.
all around the world, didn't answer it. I guess it depends on what kind of tired. So like you, push through physically tired. I push through because, I mean, you know that there's been plenty of times where you'll look at me and say, Boosie, you good? What's wrong? And I'll be like, oh, my back hurt. My hips hurt. Whatever hurt. And you'll say, sit down, take a break. And I'll be
Yeah,
like, no,
just stop.
I got to finish this. I'm going to take a break in a minute.
Right.
So yes, I'm hard-headed and sometimes I push through. And then other times, I don't think my body gives me a choice but to take a break. And that's with the mental. Because I'll be at work sometimes and I'm mentally tired and then I start making mistakes.
Right.
And in my job, I can't afford to make mistakes because it doesn't just affect me, it affects my clients. And that affects their livelihood.
You're veterans.
Yeah. So I can't make mistakes. So when I realize that I'm doing something, if I have to go back and correct something twice on a form, then that means I'm tired. Shut it off.
But on your
Shut it down.
on your client/veteran side, it also means like a month versus 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah, so you got
Yes.
to be accurate with what you're
Right.
doing.
So I have to shut it down.
Right. So the next time I tell you, take off. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
You're right. And it's crazy because I didn't work yesterday or today.
And you still probably got 5,000 hours. See?
But my supervisor sent out an email the other day and said, don't forget to use your 15-minute breaks and take your lunch break.
You don't.
She said, I'm reminding everybody because someone reminded me today. So I'm going to remind y'all. And
Right.
I told her, I said, that is a good reminder because I don't take my 15-minute breaks.
No, you
And
just
sometimes
take
I don't
lunch.
take my lunch break. Some days I don't take it.
But we still talking about being tired.
Right.
Let me tell you what happens because I've seen it happen with you. You get your lunch break. You don't take your 15 early. You don't take your 15 late. So everything is compacted into your lunch break. Think about it. When the last time you went out and said, I'm going over to the, what do they call it? PX? I'm going over to the PX and you still rushing.
Right.
Like, I got to get back.
Right.
It's all in that one
Yeah.
shot.
And you have to take a break because
And then I
Yeah.
ain't done yet.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm telling the world so you can hear this back and say, what time do you get off?
3:30.
It used to be 3:15.
No, it's always been 3:30.
I wish I could play it back. What's that thing we saw where you have a stenographer that goes,
Progressive?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
no, the stenographer, he's
Oh,
like there in the room and could you play that back? Remember the
Okay.
guy said, I didn't spill that?
It wasn't stenographer, it was progressive. They did a challenge.
Well,
Drop the red.
stenographer was Dave Chappelle's where they had a
Oh,
midget on
yeah,
somebody's
yeah.
back. Right. But so 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you there after 3:30?
Because sometimes I be in the groove and I don't want to stop.
Did you procrastinate in the morning? Be honest.
I probably did.
Okay.
I probably did.
Are you procrastinating
the
because
thing-
you're tired?
My first appointment is at 8:30. I get to work at 7:15.
So you have
so-
an hour, 15 minutes to review records.
I tried, and to look at my calendar and go through my routine of how I set everything up.
Right.
So
Oh.
I don't know about procrastinating in the morning, but I just have to get through that routine.
Okay.
But then there are some days where I'm just tired, like email. Start checking email, and it's like, oh my goodness. And then the phone is ringing, and I'm like, oh, I can't answer the phone because I got to check my email, and I don't want to stop checking the email
part of the
to
job.
answer the phone.
Part of the job.
It's
but
just
the
crazy.
main thing I'm trying to push is when you get tired, it usually leads to procrastination if you let it.
Yeah,
linger.
it does.
So you have to have something, one of your
Right.
techniques, which push through it or take a break.
Take a break.
Because sometimes a 5-minute break,
Mhm.
and we're going to end it with this. Sometimes in your case, let's not use your case. That's not fair. Let's say overall, sometimes a set amount of time on a break
Mm-hmm.
will stop you from taking an unset amount of time
Mm-hmm.
procrastinating.
There you go.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
We all get tired.
Yeah.
What we going to do about it?
Take a break.
And
Reset.
reset.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can do and keep pushing toward the goal, right?
Yeah.
You know
Just don't quit. Just don't quit.
All right. Now, before we get out of here, one last part.
Right. So I know that when we started our podcast, we always had music involved, and we've had some of our listeners comment and say they wish we would bring the music back and everything. So I decided that, I mean, just, people, I know Tammy Johnson Major was one of them.
Okay.
Tammy Major.
All right.
But what I was thinking that we'll start with our senior year, which started in the fall of 1985. And we graduated, June 5th? 1986, I do believe.
I don't remember.
I think it was June 5th. So I was thinking that every week that we do the podcast, we'll check the Jet Top 20 single list for that week.
Sources? Don't be telling them our sources. Okay.
And
Jet
anyway,
Magazine.
so the number one song for November the 4th, 1985 was Stevie Wonder. Hold on. That's the number 2 song. The number 1 song was Stevie Wonder.
Okay. But
we going to go with the number 2 song, which is You Are My Lady by Freddie Jackson. And that's it.
you said it, that's it.
That's it.
Sometimes get in the way. I just want to show my feelings for you.